This is In the Dirt with ASOTU. All right, we are here at Modern Retail Conference, and we've got some podcast newbies. The first podcast either of you have been on. This is Grace, marketing director, and Morgan, senior client advisor at Bozard Ford Lincoln, correct?
Yes.
Exactly. And you're at the Lincoln store, is that right?
I'm a senior client advisor. I'm at both.
And you're over both. Awesome. Mm-hmm. So we got the chance to talk to the CEO of Bozard yesterday, which is Ed, who has brought you all here to the Modern Retail Conference. So I'd like to ask you, is conference life, is kind of being in this ecosystem something you've been a part of already, or is this kind of a new thing for you?
I've been to a few conferences. I went with Ed. Usually he'll bring it up, like, you want to go to this conference? I said, I'm in. Yeah. I like meeting new people and getting to see all these new ideas that people bring, and it really jazzes me up because learning and things like that, it makes you go back to the dealership like ready to go.
On fire.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So as a marketing director, what are the things that you're kind of paying attention to, learning, listening to as you're going throughout the halls, conversations, and things that you're thinking, hey, this is something I need to take back as we go into 2023?
I feel like I'm always learning, very new to all of this, and just trying to absorb as much as possible. But I've learned throughout this last few days that I really love the people side of it. So how can I go get my people excited about it? How can I get people to help me make content? How can I get them to bring out their ideas that they have? How can I help them with their personal branding? How can I get my people involved in it? Because they protect what they create. Like, they get excited about things that they're involved in. So I'm excited to go home and just tell everyone that we're all going to do it together. We're all going to have fun. I'm super stoked about it.
So how long have you been in the auto industry then?
I've worked at my dealership for 3 years.
Okay. And that's been your whole time in auto?
Yes.
Awesome.
Yeah, I got a degree in something else, and then
So what's your degree in?
Education.
I love
Elementary ed. Yeah. So this is my Bozard's my family dealership. So I'm a member of the fam.
Very cool. So wait, so you have family that have been in?
My mom's the dealer.
Okay.
And my uncle is the dealer. Yeah. So I'm the.
So
I'm a dealer's kid.
Yeah.
Dealer's kid.
Yeah. Oh man, and you found marketing. You're in that lane, enjoying that. That's awesome. So Morgan, you have a little bit different of a part to play in this. You are a client advisor, which, if people don't really know what that is, it's a salesperson in the respect of what you all do. Talk a little bit about your journey from like starting in the car business to where you are now. I know it's not been a ton of time, but what's that journey look like?
So as far as Bozard and my journey with Bozard, I actually grew up around the dealership just like Grace. So although we haven't necessarily worked there, it's just like in our blood. Like, my mom has actually worked for Bozard for 12 years, and my grandpa's worked for Bozard for 17 years. And so we've just grown up around each other. And so I kind of fit in that way. And I started at Bozard August of 2020, so kind of like
a couple years ago, mid-pandemic, height of it,
things
right?
Were crazy, yeah. So I started August of 2020, and I actually got hired as a receptionist. So the Ford and Lincoln building used to be combined, and they built a beautiful new vitrine right next to the Ford building. And that's when I started. And they wanted fresh people that had never been a part of the car industry, the automotive industry. They didn't want those old tactics. They wanted fresh minds, ideas. And so I started as a receptionist, and they called it like a concierge. I would, guide people to their pavilions and their seats, and, get everything organized and get everything ready for the day. And about a month in, I was tired of sitting at the front desk. And so there was a position open. We have a little bit of a different dynamic. So we have brand ambassador, senior client advisor. That's the dynamic duo for the sales team. And I was just getting antsy. I was like, you know what? I can do more than this. I know I can. And so there was a brand ambassador position open, which is basically product specialist, test drive. They do all the lot ups, that kind of thing. And I basically just asked for the position. And so I got it, started there. And 2 years later, here I am now as a senior client advisor. So it's single point of contact, sales, finance, all of that. And I'm loving it.
Wow. So this is really, I think it's a new concept that we're seeing probably like in the neighborhood of 300 to 400 dealerships in the US kind of take on, but single point of contact. So what does that mean for you? Like, what of the process are you managing on a day-to-day basis as it comes to a car sales? a car sale?
So my process is, it was a little bit different transitioning from brand ambassador to senior, because as a brand ambassador, I'm running everywhere. I'm gassing up cars, moving the lot around, like just fully in control of all the stuff that's, constantly changing on a daily basis. And then transitioning to a senior client advisor, now I have a desk and I come in and I do my leads and follow up and emails. And so it's a little bit slower paced. So it took me some time to get adjusted, but my process is I do all the internet, phone leads, that kind of thing. I have a personal brand ambassador actually, and they are in charge of the lot ups. So we work together in that way. So if I get an appointment, through the phone or the internet, I get with my brand ambassador, hey, I have an appointment coming in this time, go get the car gassed up, get it ready. And then on the other hand, if a brand ambassador brings a customer to me that was out on the lot, hey, I have a client, they're here, they want to look at this, they want numbers on this. And so we work together in that way. So I'm on the side of building the deal, building the folder, talking about financing, getting them approved, delivering all the paperwork, just the whole process.
The complete
yes,
process,
pretty much,
end
yeah.
to end. That's incredible. So
Yeah.
I have a question for you, because
Yeah.
you've been doing this for a few months. You kind of seen
Yeah.
how it works. Although you've been at the dealership, you've been the brand ambassador,
Right.
but now you've been in the client advisor. You've done the finance. If you could be like, look, this part of the process is just. This is broken from my side. It's broken for the customer. All of that. I would change this headed back right now. If I had full autonomous authority, boom, this is what I would do.
So I think the most difficult part for me, the most stressful part, because I got a big taste of what the seniors did being a brand ambassador and following them along for the 2 years. So I think I had an advantage in that way. But what I was most nervous about was presenting numbers. That initial pencil, that initial quote, I was so scared of, oh my gosh, this is their trade value, all of that. And I think we've been talking about that a lot at this conference actually, about in just different ways, finding ways to involve the client more in the pencil of their deal, so you're more transparent, because the thing is, they'll be, sitting in the pavilion, super laid back. We don't have desks. They're, chilling on a couch in their own private little area. I go back, I build the deal at my desk, bring them a quote. But I think that allows for a lot of room for objection and questions. And if I'm sitting there penciling a deal right with them, and they're, all right, let's do this together. You want numbers? All right, perfect. Let's pull up the price on the website. All right, so there's the price of the website. Let's calculate your taxes really quick. This is our dealer fee. Tag transfer cost, done. And where's room for question at that point?
Yeah.
So I think going back, that's going to be something that I would love to change, because it would just make
the team,
the pressure so
Yep.
much easier.
Yeah. So when it comes to marketing all of this, because Bozard has a very kind of forward thing, what are you doing to tell the community about how there's a new way that the franchise, and I know people don't know that franchise things exist kind of in the community, but how are you pressing into connecting this operational efficiency and the way that they're doing it to the community and out to the messaging?
I think that's something we're going to continue to focus on. We haven't really wrapped our arms around it quite yet, because we're still kind of figuring it out, the whole process, and working through the kinks and making sure that the process is smooth for our customers before we yell it to the world. But if anything Bozard loves to do is to shout things from the rooftop and say, this is who we are.
Yes,
so I want to go home and figure out, how can I continue to display this customer experience that our customers have at the Lincoln store and now our Ford store too. How can I tell people about it? How can I show them? How can I give people the option? So going, whether it's through my website, whether it's through social media or online, however I can, how can I show them that there's this single point, one person sales model option? I just want to at least give them the option, because right now they just show up and they don't know what they're going to get, but giving a customer the choice. You can go this route, you can go this route, you can go this route, whatever fits your needs.
All right, I got one more question I'll ask. Have both of you ask it, because both of you are younger in our industry. You've kind of grown up in the industry, so the relationship with the whole store and the way the industry is going. You hear the at-home kind of conversations, but as kind of the younger, newer generation coming into the industry, maybe it's someone that's new in the industry as well, or maybe it's someone that's never been in the industry that finds this, sees this piece of content, this idea. What are you encouraging them with? What are you saying, like, this is what we need to be as an industry? This is why this industry is good, or what's the thing that you would communicate to that person? And either one of you can go first, or should I call on you? You got it, Morgan.
So I want to find a way to get it out there that young people, and especially women, like, you can be in the car business. Like, don't be scared, you know? Actually, I was able to, when I got promoted, my manager allowed me the freedom to try to find my own brand ambassador and hire them specifically for me to help me.
Wow.
And so I created this template for my Instagram, and it was a, pretty short description. I wasn't going to get into all the details of the job, but listen, I'm looking for and I wanted specifically a girl. I wanted to bring another girl onto the team, and I said, listen, this is the job description. This is the best company you'll ever work for. It's an amazing opportunity. You don't need any experience. And I put it out there with all this collage of photos that Grace and I had worked on over the years, just pictures of us. And I got like 1 or 2 responses. It's so frustrating because I'm like, if only you knew the opportunity that this is, but I think they're just looking, I don't want to work at a car dealership. I don't want to work for Lincoln. You know what I mean? Like, that's an old person brand, or, no, like, I just want to get it out there that, like, you can do it. And it's an amazing opportunity. And I can't speak for, every dealership and every position, but that was so frustrating because I was like, come on, like, just please, like, what else do I have to say to make you understand? Like, just take the chance. Like, if you have any interest at all, ask the questions, coming from a young female in the automotive industry. So that's what I would love to get across. I just wish more young people and women, knew that they could just do it, and they would just, I'd love that.
Get passionate about it.
There you go. I'm like, fired up about it.
It's football is life. Morgan is like, Bozard is life.
Bozard is right.
I'm just like, come on.
She's like embodies that so well.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
That's
Awareness is something that I really hope we continue to work on, especially as young women, and showing young women who are maybe out of college or maybe didn't go to college, like, you can be successful in this industry in so many different jobs. Like, it doesn't have to be just sales. Service advisors are successful. Other jobs in this are successful. And the dealership world offers such a variety of roles. It's not just sales and service. There's so many variety of roles, and all of them are wonderful, and all of them are like opportunities to be successful. And at Bozard, we have such a great, career paths.
Yeah.
And I want people to be aware of it, and then I want people to know that it's fun. It's fun working at a car dealership.
That's so good.
And it's like, you are going to get objections, like, from everyone, but it's like, that's with any job, that's with anything, you're going to get objections from those clients that are used to the traditional way. They're going to walk in and, not take you very serious, but who cares? Prove them wrong,
There you go.
So.
Well, it has been a pleasure having you on, Grace Morgan. Thank you so much. I'm so glad we met this week. I cannot wait to watch your story and help tell your story more, because I see the passion in your eyes, and I can't wait to see what you do with it. So thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for watching this episode of In the Dirt with ASOTU. If you're new to our channel, make sure and mash that like and subscribe button. Also, check out some of these links for our other great podcasts and content.